This river is probably the most beautiful place I've ever been in my entire life, and it amazes me every time I look at it. No matter what the season, I know, I feel it in my bones. I know how cold the water is. I know what it feels like feeling those springs pop up under me when I'm in the river.
When I was growing up, I wanted to see the world, and I had the good fortune to leave and travel abroad. I lived in Venezuela, Brazil, Germany. Through all of my travels, I found that there's really no place like this.
I could sit out here all day and listen to the birds.
Come on, Angie, we gotta get to work.
Not today. Let's take a little bit longer.
Some of the day-to-day activities that we do as waterkeeper are to educate the public about Little River. We take out school groups, perform ecology, aquatic science activities, paddle trips on the river.
You get the opportunity to work with not only kids, but visitors that come to this area, with the parents of the youth that we work with. The most rewarding thing, though, is to hear the laughter from the kids when they jump in the river and they're playing.
And we watch that light in their eyes go off.
They look up at us and they say, "We're having the best time of our lives."
I think that that's probably the best part of my job.
We just can't put a dollar sign on that. It's priceless.
Little River has something very special. It's a gem in the state of Alabama. If we can classify it as a wild and scenic river, then that's one more thing that we have that allows us to say this place is special and it's worthy of protection.
Wild and Scenic River is pretty simple. It's a federal designation that we give to rivers that are free-flowing and relatively undeveloped. It does two primary things. One, it celebrates the river and all of that natural beauty. And two, it preserves the river to make sure that it stays in that natural state for generations to come.
We began to see, by running trips on the river and by introducing people to the river, the challenges that the river faced.
When we were at Lookout Mountain Camp for Boys, Billy was the camp director. There was a man upstream who scraped 2,000 acres, which ran into the camp we were located on. We saw a lot of siltation, pollution.
We were trying very desperately to figure out how we were going to preserve our way of life as the dirt in the river was really affecting it. It made us nervous to put kids in. When the river's that muddy and that dark, you can lose someone in the river, and it's very dangerous.
My name is Pete Conroy. I work for Jacksonville State University. Up here at Little River Canyon, I'm the director of Little River Canyon Center. Doesn't matter what time of year it is, in the dead of winter there will be people here with cameras and family members just getting out there to experience it. As people come to learn about the canyon, we think that we instill upon them an environmental ethic, and we'd like to think that a lot of folks care a little bit more about water and ecosystems and air and things like that than it would have been the case had we not built the Little River Canyon Center. Little River Canyon is not just beautiful, but the river itself is an oasis.
It feels wild and it feels scenic, where I could be at any time in history. It's so quiet at first because it's so far away from the houses and the development, but when you listen a little bit closer, you hear the birds chirping and you hear the insects creaking, and you hear the paddle just going in out in the water and out of the water and back in the water. You hear the rushing over the rapids. You hear the current taking you down to the river, back in time.
It's just magical, and I feel that every time I'm out in nature, and I feel that every time I'm walking along the river or along a trail, and it's just something about Little River. The sounds, the smells.
Outside of being free-flowing and protecting the water quality, there are outstandingly remarkable values. It sounds like an awkward phrase, but it's because there are values that the local folks in the area who are seeking the protection believe that the river is really special for and really worth protecting.
Certain selected rivers of the nation, which possess outstanding, remarkable, scenic, recreational, geologic, fish and wildlife, historic, cultural, or other similar values, shall be preserved in free-flowing condition. To be a wild and scenic river, a river only needs one of those remarkable values. For the Little River, we feel that it satisfies all 7.
I came to be in Mentone, Alabama because my dad said if you love nature and beauty, you should go to Mentone. I topped the mountain and then went to the Little River, and I was sold. It just felt like I was in another world, taken back in time to a place that's just unspoiled and one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my life.
Little River's about 75 miles long, including all of its tributaries and branches. It flows its entire life on Lookout Mountain.
It's the only river in North America that runs on top of a mountain. There's a layer of shale that runs all the way under the mountain. And this is what allows the water to perch on top. Water runs through sand, and the top of the mountain is sandstone. It's one of about 10 rivers in the world that are like that. The geology then is what shapes the biology, which I mean, think about the idea that on top of this mountain there are more types of trees than the entire continent of Europe. It is extremely diverse.
There were 2 things that attracted people here originally. There were the springs, which were mineral rich, and people were convinced 150 years ago that it was medicinal to drink the water.
The mountain is just cooler, and especially with the evaporative cooling of the river. And so people have come here since there have been people here, especially in the summer. The very first Girl Scout camp in the world was on Little River, Camp Juliet Low. And the kids would come in by train either to Valley Head or to Menlo, and then get on wagons and ride up to the camp.
Some of my favorite old photographs are of people from nearly 100 years ago in really fancy outfits, women in these big hoop dresses and men in suits and ties and top hats, and you can tell that it was a destination for an awful lot of people.
It's always been something of an artist colony. It's not Cape Cod, but it has attracted the eyes of many, many artists.
I'm an Alabama soul singer. My name's Jess Goggins with the Jess Goggins Band. Born and raised in Mentone, Alabama. Been swimming in Little River for as long as I can remember. Some of my favorite moments and memories have been spent on Little River, and I'm so thankful to have it right in my backyard. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
Here locally, there's music everywhere here. I play an auto harp. It's sometimes called the mountain piano. For years and years, I think starting about 1980, we started playing for the Audubon Mountain Workshop, playing a dance for them. The river flowing is music, to me.
Little River is the lifeblood of the Mentone and Lookout Mountain communities. It brings us not only a place to recreate, to go and swim and fish, but it also draws in tourism dollars that affect the economy.
It's what made it possible for Mentone to grow. It took Mentone from just a wide patch in the woods to a full-blown town and a draw, an attraction.
I would say that the Little River definitely brings a boost to the economy here, and tourists really support the Wildflower Cafe.
Already, according to National Park Service data, we're impacting the economy at a rate of around 16 million a year. And with 500,000 visitors a year, everybody going to eat something, going to buy something, going to stay somewhere.
Wild and Scenic designation means that the river will have to be developed responsibly.
We want to protect the environment and make sure that we have a vibrant economy.
It would enhance tourism, but growth would happen with the river in mind.
There are only about 230 wild and scenic rivers in the country. Very, very few are in the southeast. I've paddled all over. I've gone out to the west coast, I've gone to the Pacific Northwest, and I've certainly done my fair share of paddling down here. And I would put our rivers in Alabama, especially the Little River, above all of them.
The reason it is a tourist destination is because of the recreational opportunities in part, hiking, the kayaking. This is considered a world-class place to come kayaking.
There are days where it's drop, drop, drop. Some days, I swear, you can't even find a drop of water. And then there are other days that have flow in excess of 25,000 cubic feet per second. You can't hear yourself think. You just feel the rumbling of the waterfall, even when you're hundreds of feet away.
The drops are memorable, so it's really fun, challenging kayaking.
Of course, kayakers have their phones set when the flow reaches a certain level, and they're going over the waterfall. If I were to try it, I would die, so please don't go doing this unless you know what you're doing. You know, it's just the nicest place to go for a walk. You can start here at the waterfall and be right on the edge of this cliff on a fairly level, safe trail, and it's as if you were in a different part of the world, but you're right here in northeast Alabama.
We're going to go to this place called High Rocks. It's about a 20-foot jump, really deep blue hole to go swimming in for cold Little River water. Looking forward to jumping off at High Rock.
I am absolutely not going to jump off because
Yes, you are.
no, the one that you jumped off the other day was like 15. It wasn't that far. It only looked 15 to you because you're so tall. Well, oh wait, no, you're really short because. Oh wait, you're really short because I'm a little taller than you.
Well, I'm trying to, be encouraging here, like you can do it, Ellie.
What is this woman thinking?
That you can do anything.
That you're sugared and you're not allowed to say can't.
That's right.
Can't.
You're grounded.
Can't.
Forever.
Can't.
Well, I'm going home to the river up now. Gonna find my own way somehow. Be my own guru, write my own Tao. Well, I'm going home to the river up now. There ain't no religion on the river up now. There ain't no fears and there ain't no doubts. All life is sacred, to all life I bow. Well, I'm going home to the river up now. I'm going where the months and the days ain't got no numbers, though they ain't got no names. Ain't no clocks ruling the crowd. I'm going home to the river up now.
This designation is about polishing the crown jewel of Alabama.
Or it's like rubies in the tiara. Extra special attribute that is a reason for people to encourage others to visit the area. It's a reason why locals can be proud of the particular attributes.
We are the River State. We have 132,000 beautiful miles of rivers and streams. We have so much beauty, we have so much biodiversity, so much geology, so much wildlife. It boggles my mind that we aren't front and center when it comes to protecting these rivers and shouting from the rooftops that they deserve to be celebrated. If you want to brag to the rest of the country about what we have here, then tell your congressional representatives that this is something that matters to you.
I think everybody up here can relate to having experiences on Little River that formed who they are.
I remember standing here almost 14 years ago, marrying my love with this waterfall behind me. So, you know, it's a very special place in so many ways.
Some of my best memories from my childhood are out here. It's a great place. One of my favorites. We're so lucky to have it in our backyard. I just really hope that we can protect it for Ellie's kids and their children. Because, man, it's growing up around here. Whether we like it or not, whether we want to believe it or not, things are changing.
Wild river's rising, wild river runs all the way to the ocean till the journey is done. Oh, she's gathering speed down below the divide as she gracefully dances and glides. So roll to the sea. Wild river never done nothing but run, roll to the sea. She's shining like jewels in the sun, so roll to the sea. Wild river calls like the wind in the trees. Wild river singing an old song to me. Wild river's falling, she's a bird on the wing. She's the passage of winter, she's the promise of spring.